Hi everybody, this is a quick video to show you how to take through Design Space the new SVG to cut a presentation box which will hold three 20 centilitre candle glasses. I already do a box very similar to this which holds three 9 centilitre, the votive candle glasses, but this is for the next size up. And you get an option of a full lid like this one or one with an acetate window. I didn't make one up though, so I haven't got one to show you, but it's fairly self-explanatory really. This is a lovely strong box if you make it up in about 300 gram card. It's a full height base, a full height depth, and the insert comes halfway up the diameter of the candle glasses, so everything's nice and secure. If you do go onto Etsy to have a look at the listing, please note that Etsy have changed the layout of the pages and now you've got to hunt around for the item description a bit, which is why I'm pointing it out in the photographs now, because you have to really search for it. But that should answer any questions you've got. Okay, so let's bring it into Design Space and see what we do with it. It's quite a big SVG when it comes in. All the parts are in, and as I say, you do get the options of two lids, so it takes up quite a lot of space on your canvas. First thing to do, as always with any multi-part SVG that's got score lines, is you need to convert those lines that come in as cuts that we need to be scores. And with mine, they always live in this first subgroup in the layers panel. So just click on the name of that subgroup and it selects everything in it. It's the second line down in your layers panel that you want. Go to your operations menu, click on basic cut and choose score from the drop down, and you can see that those lines have been converted now, and while they're still selected we need to ungroup them. I'm on the desktop version for PC, so ungroup is here at the top of the layers panel. Second step is to select the subgroup underneath that has all the cut pieces and all the little cuts within it. All we need to do there is ungroup. And the third step is to select the whole SVG, everything on canvas, and ungroup it one more time. So if you're working in your layers panel like me, quickest way to do that is just to click on that remaining group, but you can also use the select all button, or you can drag a box to enclose things. However you do it, once it's selected, ungroup a third time. So now everything on screen is a separate, and you can attach the score lines to the individual pieces that they relate to. Got to do it one by one, because if you select everything you'll get a message that the project is incompatible with your machine and can't be cut, but that's only because you've created too big a piece to fit on your machine. Quickest way to do that, I think, is to click on canvas somewhere near a shape, drag a box to enclose the cut and the score, and attach. And for me, that's at the bottom of the layers panel. If you're on the mobile app, it'll be somewhere else. And so when we move it, everything moves together and the cut and the score will happen on the same mat. Do this for every piece of the SVG that's got score lines, which is absolutely everything apart from this little piece, which is for the acetate window. Goes behind there if you're choosing that lid option. Okay, so I'm gonna, because the two lids actually cut the same size, I'm gonna say that I'm using the solid lid just for ease. So I'm gonna get rid of the acetate lid and the little piece of acetate. These two pieces, the lid and the base, look really similar, don't they? But notice this little cutout, little finger cutout that just helps you lift the lid off. That's the only difference between them, apart from the fact obviously that they're a slightly different size. But if you're cutting it from the same material, that's how you distinguish which is which. Right, so we'll just talk about the size of these. Obviously this is a big box. You've got three of these 20 centilitre candles in it. The lid is the biggest piece because it has to be bigger than the base, obviously. It is 41.4 millimeters wide. That's 41.5 pretty much centimeters. So just half a centimeter shorter than an A3. And it's 25.7 wide, which, let me have a look at my sizes on the wall. Yeah, it should fit on tabloid actually, that as well. Let's have a look. We'll see what happens. Yes, I can choose tabloid, so if you're in the US, you'll choose tabloid for everything. That's nice, isn't it? That's nice and simple. But those of us in the UK, we would use A3 for this because it will just fit on A3, and we can't buy tabloid card over here. So what you're going to do is you're going to just send it through. This is for UK, as if you're using the I don't know what that size is. It's probably an American size. It doesn't matter though. You just, because you've got to use the long mat anyway, it doesn't really matter. You're just going to get your long mat and your piece of A3, and you're going to drop your A3 sheet down maybe 2 millimeters away from that very first white line on your cutting mat. And that will just give you a little bit of extra room down here. I mean, it should fit anyway, but we want to not waste that card that's in the cutting margin. You can see, can't you? This red line is the cutting margin, and we want to make use of that at the bottom, really. I mean, it will fit. As I say, we've got that 0.5 centimetre to play with, but just to be safe, drop it down a couple of millimetres away from that first white line on your grid. And that's it really. It's pretty easy, this one. You get a PDF of instructions to show you how to assemble it, but again, it's super easy. You've just got these tabs at the corner of the base or the lid. Those two pieces assemble obviously in exactly the same way. The insert is all folds. If you're attaching your acetate lid, you would just put double-sided tape around the window and then stick your acetate to that. If you have any problems when you come to cut and assemble it, don't hesitate to get in touch. I'm always happy to help. No question is a stupid one. If you can get in touch via Etsy or Facebook, whichever you prefer, and the links to do that are in the description below. And if you've just stumbled across this video and you'd like to buy the SVG, the link to do that is also in the description below. Thanks a lot. Bye.